Subscribe to my channel now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my video today. Today it's a video about Benny Lewis, who say that he is a polyglot. But let's find out and see if he can really speak all those languages that he say that he can speak. First of all, I want to say thank you to my subscribers and to my viewers. Especially thank you to my subscribers for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Let's continue. Just some scammers. Let's see here what else here. His TEDx 2 million views. Hacking language learning Benny at TEDx. Some people just don't have the language learning gene to prove that this statement is patently untrue. Is Benny Lewis' life's mission a monoglot till after leaving university? Benny now runs the world's most popular language learning blog and is learning Egyptian Arabic, which will be language number 12 or maybe 13, but who is counting? Who is counting when there's a big chance that you can only speak one language, that's English? Who is going to count when there's a big chance you can only speak English? And you say that he's learning Egyptian Arabic, but I see he have some videos of his Egyptian Arabic. We're going to watch it also of this shit. There's 7 days in a week and some day isn't one of them. Human. Nice video, thank you for sharing, and remember that main thing about learning a new language, it should be fun. If you put yourself into it, you will achieve your goals and you can do miracles. Just believe in yourself and work on your goal. The teacher can do the rest. Okay. Okay, learn French with Vincent. Learn French with Vincent. I feel very disappointed in you. Learn French with Vincent. I feel very disappointed in you, because I think your YouTube channel is good for learning French, or there's some good stuff for learning French on your channel. You have some good videos about learning French. Learn French with Vincent. You have some good videos about learning French. So I feel disappointed that he will comment the scammer, because this guy, he actually have a good channel about learning French. So I feel disappointed when he comment this scammer. Welcome to Learn French with Vincent. I have been teaching French for more than 20 years now. My mother tongue is French, but I'm fluent in 3 languages. This guy actually have some good videos in French. This guy, Vincent, he have some good videos in French, so I feel disappointed that he comment the video of Benny Lewis. This Learn French with Vincent, he have some good videos about learning French, so I feel disappointed that he comment on this video. At least if he's made some comment and say that he don't believe in this, if he made some comment and say he don't believe in this, then I would feel better about it. But when he make a normal comment like this, then I feel disappointed in him that he did not say something bad about this. This channel, Learn French with Vincent, I think he's an honest YouTuber. He makes some good videos about language learning. He is actually a good YouTuber, make good videos about language learning. So I feel disappointed he make a comment on this kind of video, and if he made a comment, he should have said that this is not real, or that like he should have said something negative about this video. But I think this guy, he just want to get viewers to his channel. I think he just want to get viewers and subscribers. That's why I see him comment on different places, because he want people to see his comment and then go and watch his channel. I think this guy Vincent, he want to make a comment so people will look his comment and look his channel. But still, in this kind of situation, I think he should have said something bad about this. He should have said something bad about this is not real and you cannot be fluent in 3 months, or say something bad about those kind of people like Benny Lewis. But it looks like he only cared to make a comment so people will see his comment and look his channel. But he have a good YouTube channel about language learning, but I feel disappointed that he just make a normal comment and actually say something nice, when he should have said something bad about this, because this is not a good thing. This kind of video that these TEDx and TED channels, they want to support the polyglot YouTubers. So this guy Vincent, he is a good YouTuber. He's a good YouTuber. He have a good YouTube channel. He have a good YouTube channel and he's a good YouTuber. But I just feel disappointed that he just make a normal comment. He should have said something bad about this kind of video, especially that he is some kind of language teacher on YouTube. So he should know what it takes to learn a language. He should know what it takes to learn a language, and that you cannot be fluent in 3 months, and that those polyglot YouTubers are fake like that. So he should have said something like that. But he only cared to make some nice comments so people will go and watch his channel. He just make a nice comment because the only reason he make a comment because he want people to go and see his channel. But I feel he should have said something bad about this kind of TEDx video. He should have said something bad about this and say that those kind of, like, he should have said that Benny Lewis is fake, or that you cannot learn a language in 3 months or something like that, and that those polyglot YouTubers are fake. Or he should have said something like this, or at least he should not have made a comment at all. But making a comment and saying it's a nice video and saying something nice like that, I don't think that is a good thing to do. Because you are a good YouTuber, then you should not make a nice comment on this kind of scammers like Benny Lewis and those kind of polyglot YouTuber. You should not show your support to them. You should not show your support to them by making a nice comment to them. The t-shirt I wore here, Benny Lewis, the t-shirt I wore in my other TEDx talk was even more distracting. I promise I'll wear something plain in my third talk. Glad you enjoyed it. This TED talk had nothing to do with hacking language. It's more of motivational speech as to why you shouldn't give up on learning a language. The entire thing, how about image visualization part he mentioned, beer as something, blah 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 blah. 15 minutes for one tidbit, that's a ton of fluff. You're right about how it is more of a motivational speech of language learning. At the same time, he's also telling us the mindset when it comes to learning language. It's kind of like how a successful businessman can give you a talk about his struggle and his mindset in becoming successful, and that in turn helped you to become successful, but he can't list for you the legal steps of opening a business or a proven theory. They're not scientists or career coaches, just successful people, and bullshit. Learning a new language is all about motivation, and this can be blah 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 blah. See here, it's a life hack. Hacking is just a new way of thinking about something, same way as computer. Oh, fuck. Bullshit. Just bullshit. Was good at language. Blah 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 blah. I appreciate it. Should we watch a little of this shit? I don't know. Let's take a look on this. Maybe just a little bit.
When I was 21 years old, I could only speak English, which is typical for those of us from English-speaking countries. And I had many reasons why this was going to be the case for me for the rest of my life. And I was very confident of this because I had no natural talent, I had a very bad memory, I couldn't travel to the country yet, I was too old, I felt too old, and I was sure that I was going to frustrate the native speakers and embarrass myself. And on top of this, in school, I did really poorly with languages. So I did actually get the opportunity.
He has bad memory. He has bad memory. In school, he was bad at language. In school, he was bad at language. He has bad memory. He also say he has ADHD. In his comment I showed you, he say he has ADHD. He has ADHD. If you remember the comment of Benny Lewis, the comment he made on the video of Luca Lampariello, the one I showed you in the last video, in Benny Lewis part 3, on the video of Luca Lampariello, Benny Lewis made a comment and say that he have ADHD. In this comment here of Benny Lewis, on the video of Luca Lampariello, you will see that he mentioned that he have ADHD. If you look good here, a little bit lower in the comment, you will see it. Look here now, you will see that he have ADHD. And then he want to pretend that he is very smart and can learn language very fast. What kind of joke is that? He want to pretend that he is learning faster than other people and he can learn any language in only 3 months. And he's just some abnormal guy, just some abnormal people. All of those polyglot YouTubers are just some abnormal scammers. He is slow in learning, and he studied high school for 5 years or more than 5 years in high school, and he could not learn anything in German in high school. For like 5 years in high school he could not learn anything in German, and same time like he studied high school for more than 5 years or something like that, and he was very bad in language. He have ADHD, he is stupid, slow in learning, he don't know anything about language, he could only speak English. Suddenly he found some methods that he can learn any language in only 3 months. Suddenly he will say he found some methods he can be fluent in any language in 3 months, and that he become fluent in 7 language or 12 language or something bullshit like that. Fucking shit scammers and liars.
To get into languages after I graduated university with a degree in electronic engineering, still only able to speak English, I moved to Spain. And I figured, this is it. This is going to solve my problems living in the country. No. 6 months later of living in Spain, couldn't speak any Spanish.
Okay, he said that he will become fluent in 3 months. He said he can become fluent in 3 months in any language, but he stayed in Spain for 6 months but did not learn anything. And now I'm sure he will say that after he find out some special method. I'm sure he will say after he stay in Spain, then suddenly he found some special methods. Bullshit, nonsense.
Now, a sensible person would have given up at this stage and gotten the point. I'm not very sensible though. So I figured if I change my approach and change my attitude, maybe I can change my language skills. And what happened to inspire me to get into language learning was I met a polyglot. A polyglot is someone who can.
He met a polyglot. He met a polyglot. Let's find out if it's some of the polyglot YouTubers or someone else. If it's someone of the polyglot YouTubers, I'm sure he just found someone who told him. Maybe he found another polyglot YouTuber who told him, okay, you can also make some YouTube channel scamming people for money. So I will tell you what happened. I will tell you what really happened. I'll tell you what really happened is that he was very bad at language. He could only speak English. The truth. I will tell you the real story. I will tell you the real story, not his lying story. I will tell you the real story, not his lying story. The real story is that he is very stupid and unintelligent. The real story is that he's very stupid, unintelligent. He have ADHD. He studied in high school for more than 5 years. He could not learn German. He could not learn any language or anything in high school. And he stayed in high school for 5 years or 6 years or 7 years or 10 years in high school. Maybe he could not finish high school. He was so stupid that he could not finish high school, and he could only speak English. Even English, maybe he was not perfect in English or in the other subject in high school. Maybe he could not even finish high school. Then he started to travel some other countries. Maybe he found some polyglot YouTuber who told him, okay, you can make some polyglot channel. Maybe he found a polyglot YouTuber like maybe Richard Simcott or Luca Lampriello or Steve Kaufman or Lavusho or some other polyglot. Maybe he found someone who told him, oh, you can make some polyglot YouTube channel, and then you can pretend that you can learn a language in only 3 months, and you become fluent in any language in 3 months. Then you can make money scamming people. Then you can start to scam people from your YouTube channel. Then you can make some website scamming people. You can make some ebooks making money scamming people. You can make some language course scamming people. You can make a lot of stuff to scam people like this, so people will believe that you can learn a language very fast, and this way you can travel to many countries and make a lot of money scamming people. I think that's the real story, and I think he did not learn any language. I think he's only fluent in English. And if he did learn some language, then maybe some beginner stuff in few language. But we will see and find out. I'm sure he's just some bullshit scammer. I think he can only speak English, same like many of the other polyglot scammers.
Languages. And the first time you meet someone like that, you can't help but feel really impressed. Like, for instance, there's Richard from the UK. And
What did I say? What did I just say? I did not watch this video before. What did I say? I told you maybe he meet Richard Simcott because he say he meet a polyglot. He said that he met a polyglot. Then I told you maybe he meet Richard Simcott, and then Richard Simcott or some other polyglot told him that he can make a YouTube channel and scamming people for money and pretending to be a polyglot and pretending to know many languages and pretend that he can learn a language in 3 months. And that's what really happened. He met Richard Simcott. And then Richard Simcott told him, oh, you can make some YouTube channel pretending that you can learn many languages very fast, and then you can start to scam people for money, and then you can travel to other countries and using the money you scam from people. So Richard Simcott teach him to become a scammer same like him. So master scammer Richard Simcott teach Benny Lewis to also become a scammer. Master scammer Richard Simcott teach Benny Lewis to become a fake polyglot scammer also. Let's see this again where he say Richard. Just look the text and listen. Also, he say that he met another polyglot, Richard. He met Richard Simcott, I think, and then Richard Simcott told him that he can also pretend to speak many languages. Because before he met Richard Simcott, he could only speak one language, English. Before he met Richard Simcott, he could only speak one language, English. Then suddenly after he met Richard Simcott, suddenly he found out how he can learn many languages very fast in few months, and then he can become polyglot and make polyglot channel and make ebooks and language course and stuff like that. Before he met Richard Simcott, he could only speak one language, English. After he met Richard Simcott, suddenly he can learn many languages very fast. It's not because he met Richard Simcott then he can learn many language fast. It's not because he met Richard Simcott then he can speak many language fast. It's because when he met Richard Simcott, then Richard Simcott told him that he can lie. He can lie and scam people. He can pretend that he will learn many language fast. So I'm very sure that it's all bullshit, but I already very sure about that. But this is just a proof also. This is also a proof that it's all bullshit. Because he could only speak one language, English. When he was 21 years old, he could only speak one language, English. Even when he go to Spain and stay for 6 months in Spain, he could not learn anything. He had German in high school for 5 years. He did not learn anything in German for 5 years in high school. He could only speak one language, English. Then suddenly when he met Richard Simcott, then he will start to make this YouTube and scam people for money and pretend that he learned many language. They're just all scammers full of bullshit. I will just go back few seconds so you can see where he said that he met Polyglot Richard. Let's see this again. He will say that he met a polyglot, and this polyglot Richard who could speak 16 languages. Bullshit. Also, if you watch my video about Richard Simcott, then in the first video of Richard Simcott, the first video on YouTube channel of Richard Simcott, he say he can speak 16 languages. The first video on Richard Simcott channel, he said that he can speak 16 languages. And I think it was 13 years ago or something. I'm not sure, like 13 years ago on Richard Simcott, his first video, where he said that he can speak 16 languages. So that's the time after this, maybe just after this, then he met this Benny Lewis and told him about this scammer idea. Maybe Richard Simcott, after he make his YouTube channel in the start, then he meet also Benny Lewis. Then he told him about this scammer idea. Then they start to make this scam business together. Then Richard Simcott worked together with Benny Lewis and Luca Lampariello and Lawusho and Steve Kaufman and some other polyglot. They start this scam business together, and then more people start to follow them, and more people start to become member of this scam business.
Couldn't speak any Spanish. Now, a sensible person would have given up at this stage and gotten the point. I'm not very sensible, though. So I figured if I change my approach and change my attitude, maybe I can change my language skills. And what happened to inspire me to get into language learning was I met a polyglot. A polyglot is someone who can speak many languages. And the first time you meet someone like that, you can't help but feel really impressed. Like, for instance, there's Richard from the UK, and there's one video online where he speaks 16 languages. Let me just show you a little clip here. You can see him.
Je parle français et anglais avec ma fille.
Speak French, Macedonian, Czech, and Catalan, which is pretty impressive. And we also have Luca from Italy. And here you can hear him speak in German and Portuguese. We also have Susanna, who goes through here her
E comunque per me è faticoso
Italian
parlare in italiano. В Нью-Йорке, там
and her
русский язык слышен
Russian.
на улице.
And a very impressive video I saw once, this 16-year-old from America called Tim goes through 20 languages in one video. And
Yeah, he show all the scammers. He show all the scammers that he's working with. He show all the scammers he's working with. 16 years old who can speak more than 20 language. This Tim Donor. It takes many years just to learn one language. Just to learn one language, it takes many years. But they want to say that a 16-year-old can speak 20 or 23 language. They are all bullshit. All the scammers, they're working together.
this part here, you can see him go through
دقنا توتي ولف
Wolof.
هاد مزراخ رويبة غوين باش نشيف ذا نتسمع ظلنا لغتي العربية
Yiddish, Hebrew, Arabic, Turkish, Swahili,
بهات هندوستاني لاغ نيويورك
and Hindi. So, wow. I met someone like this and I was so impressed. I thought to myself, you know, I want to be like that. But the reason I wanted to be like that is because I wanted people to think I'm smart, to be impressed with me. And I met this polyglot at the start of my time in Spain, and with this very superficial motivation, just because it would be cool to learn a language, I failed. So what I discovered after those 6 months is one of the biggest problems we have in language learning, but we don't know it, and that's motivation.
هاد مزراخ رويبة غوين باش نشيف ذا نتسمع ظلنا لغتي العربية
Yiddish, Hebrew, Arabic, Turkish, Swahili,
بهات هندوستاني لاغ نيويورك
and Hindi. So, wow. I met someone like this and I was so impressed. I thought to myself, you know, I want to be like that.
He want to be like that. He want to be like that. He also want to be a scammer, lying to people and making fake videos. He also want to be a scammer and liar, making fake videos and make some ebooks and make some language course or some methods, scammer methods like that. He just want to scam people. He also want to be same like this and scamming people. He wanted to be same like this. He wanted to be same and scamming people also.
The reason I wanted to be like that is because I wanted people to think I'm smart.
That's what I said in my videos before. Also my video of Luca Lampriello, when I say that he's a scammer coach, that those people, they are very stupid. Many of those polyglot YouTubers, they're very stupid and can only speak one language. And they want to feel that they're smart. They feel bad that they're so stupid. Many of those polyglot YouTubers can only speak one language, and they failed in education. Many of them failed in education and can only speak one language, and they cannot even speak their own language correct. And maybe they did not even finish high school. Maybe many of them did not even finish high school. So they feel bad about being stupid. They feel bad about being stupid and unintelligent. They feel bad they're so stupid and unintelligent. So they want to feel smart. How can they feel smart? They feel smart by pretending that they can learn a language in 3 months or in very fast, in short time. They want to feel smart by pretending that they can learn language very fast and by pretending that they are fluent in many language. Look here, it's because I wanted people to think I'm smart. Look that subtitle. The subtitle he just said is because I wanted people to think I'm smart. He wanted to become a polyglot. He wanted to become a polyglot so people would think he is smart. But he did not become a polyglot. He did not become a polyglot. And that's what I'm going to show you in my videos. I'm going to show you in my videos that he did not become a polyglot. It's all fake. I'm going to show you it's all fake. But what I mean is that it's all fake. He did not become a polyglot. But he just pretend that he's a polyglot. He pretend that he is fluent in many language. He pretend that he can be fluent in a language in 3 months only. All this for different reasons. All this for different reasons. One reason is that he Same like he's saying now, it's because he want people to think he's smart. He do it because he want people to think he's smart. But the other big reasons is that he want to travel to other countries and stay in other countries and go there, spend some time with women. He want to go to Brazil and China, Japan, Philippines, Czech Republic, Russia, or Hungary, like that. They want to go to some of those countries. Same like Luca Lampriello and Richard Simcott, they also go to some of those countries. They want to go to those countries to spend time with women and drinking and party and having fun. They want to make money scamming people so they can travel to other countries, so they can meet women, having sex with women, so they can drinking, having fun, traveling, going to the beach, enjoy the nice weather in other countries. They did all this because they want to scam people, and same time because they want people to think they're smart. Because they also want people to think that they're smart, even they're very stupid. Many of those polyglot YouTubers, they're very stupid. Maybe they did not even finish high school and they can only speak one language, that's English. Most of them can only speak one language, that's English. And they just want people to think they're smart. And same time they want to scam people and make some money scamming people. And because they failed in education, then they cannot get a good work. Because they failed in education, they cannot get a good work. They just want fast money. They just want to make fast money scamming people so they can travel to other countries. These fucking shithole scammers, all of these polyglot YouTubers, son of...
Me, and I met this polyglot at the start of my time in Spain, and with this very superficial motivation, just because it would be cool to learn a language, I failed. So what I discovered after those 6 months is one of the biggest problems we have in language learning, but we don't know it, and that's motivation. A lot of us start with the wrong motivation to learn a language. We're learning the language just to pass an exam, to improve our career prospects, or in my case, for superficial reasons, to impress people. And what I found is those polyglots I've just shown you in the video, the reason they're learning the language is because they're passionate about that language. They're passionate about the literature and the movies and being able to read in a language and, of course, to use it with people. And when I changed that priority...
You are all scammers full of bullshit. And I have showed my videos of Luca Lampriello that he cannot speak any of this language. I have showed in my videos of Richard Simcott that he cannot speak any of this language. Same with this Tim Donor, also is fake. All of you polyglot YouTubers are fake liars and scammers. Most of you can only speak one language, that's English. You're just some scammers who pretend to speak many languages. Just some fake scammers pretending to speak many languages. But I'm going to prove that you are also scammer. I'm going to prove that you're also fake and liar and scammer. But anyone who are smart, even if you're not very smart person, then anyone should know that he is liar and fake. Anyone should know that he's liar and fake when he say that you can become fluent in a language in 3 months. When he say that you can become fluent in any language in 3 months, that's already a proof that he's a liar and scammer. When he say that you can become fluent in any language in only 3 months, that's already a big proof. That's already a big proof that he's a liar and scammer. Because you cannot become fluent in a language in 3 months, and you cannot become fluent in any language in 3 months. And he did not learn a new language in 3 months. So it means that he means that when he said that he become fluent in a language in 3 months, so it means that if he said that he's fluent in 7 languages, it means that it took him like less than 2 years. It means that it took him less than 2 years to become fluent in 7 languages. That's like bullshit.
Language of people, I was able to learn the languages myself. But there are a lot of things that people feel would not allow them to learn language. So I want to go through, I think there's 5, I asked a lot of people, there's 5 major reasons they'd never get into language learning. So let me go through some of these here. The first is that they've no language gene or talent. No language gene or talent. Well, what does that mean? I mean, sometimes this is actually just a self-fulfilling prophecy. In my case, when I hadn't learned language growing up, or the 6 months of failed learning Spanish, it was just me telling myself, I don't have the language gene, so there's no
Language gene? Language gene? What kind of bullshit nonsense is this? Language gene? There's nothing called language gene, you fucking bullshit. There's nothing called language gene, you fucking bullshit idiot. Fucking shithole donkey.
doing any work in the language. Because I didn't put the work in, I didn't learn the language. It's just a vicious circle. It's all in your head. There's no language gene. We all have it already. But let's just imagine some people.
You are just full of bullshit. And I will prove that. I will prove that you're full of bullshit. But already when you say that you can be fluent in a language in 3 months, that's already a big proof that you're full of bullshit. Already when you say you can be fluent in a language in 3 months and that anyone can be fluent in any language in 3 months, that's already proof that you're full of bullshit.
Do better, because we've seen in school people advance faster than the rest of the crowd. So let's say there's some inborn trait that gives someone a 20% advantage over the rest of the people. Good for them. But that doesn't mean that you can't. It just means you have to work 20% harder. And I found that, at least in my case, when I work harder, I can catch up with the naturally talented and even overtake them. So not having talent is not a good excuse. The next reason is that you're too old to learn a second language. And I certainly felt this myself, because up to 21 I didn't learn a language. And a lot of us feel that children their brains are hardwired to learn languages better. But is it really neurology at play here, or could it be the environment in which the child is learning the language? Well, a study at the University of Haifa in Israel actually found that under the right conditions, adults are better language learners than children. It sounds incredible, but it's about your environment, it's about your motivation, it's about the enthusiasm and encouragement you get from other people. And when you think of it, adults tend to be studying dusty old grammar books and doing boring exercises, whereas children are playing in the language, they're having fun in it. So I found that when I changed this to live through the language, not making it about studying the language, but living the language, then I was much more successful. So you're not too old to learn language. I've met people in their 60s starting to learn language and being successful with that. The next excuse people would have is that they can't travel to the country right now. Now, maybe 20 years ago, this would have been a valid excuse, but nowadays, the world is smaller than you think. Thanks to the internet, we can connect with native speakers from across the planet, and you'll see that in a lot of cases, they might want to learn your language, and then money isn't even an issue, because you teach them a little and they teach you a little. But even forgetting the internet for a moment, a lot of us live in cities or towns that are more international than what we think. And when I was traveling in America, I made it to Columbus, Ohio, of all places, to meet this very interesting polyglot called Moses. And he does what he likes to call leveling up.
He met Moses McGormick, Lawushu. He met Lawushu, that's what I say, he met the other polyglot like Richard Simcott and Lawushu, and they're working together. He met Richard Simcott and Lawushu. He met the other polyglot YouTubers, and then they told him to do same like them. He met Lawushu and Richard Simcott, then they start to make this scammer business together, also with Luca Lampariello. They are all working together, those son of scammers.
Some public place and just see if you can find some foreigners and practice the language with them. And I joined him when we went to a mall in Columbus, and the two of us managed to practice 12 languages. And just here in this clip, you can see.
They go to the mall and practice 12 language. Really? They could just go there and practice 12 language? Really? So if there's 12 language, you don't know, then you can just go and practice them the same day. They can just go practice 12 language the same day. Like you can just go there and learn 12 language the same day. Like what kind of bullshit nonsense is this? Scammer son of man.
，Cantonese
我未去香港，六千
and his
年
Cambodian.
拍攝。
And you can see the guy really appreciated them trying. So you can learn a language anywhere. And
You fuck. You're all full of bullshit. And those videos of Lawusho is just some bullshit. He just memorized few sentences. Lawusho, he will just memorize few sentences. Then he will go to the mall. Then he will say the few words or few sentences he know in a language. And then after he will try to do the same in another language. They just memorize and practice few sentences. They will go and say those few sentences that they memorized. It's just all bullshit. You fuck scammers.
push this to the limit. My most recent project, I went to the middle of Brazil, of all places, to learn Egyptian Arabic.
This is also something I want to talk about. He said that he go to Brazil to learn Egyptian Arabic. Why did you go to Brazil to learn Egyptian Arabic? Why did you not go to Egypt to learn Egyptian Arabic? But he also have some videos in Egypt, but I think he only go to Egypt for a few days or few weeks. Maybe because when he go to Egypt for a few days or few weeks, then he cannot go and meet some woman the same way like he can do in Brazil, because Egyptian is very strict Muslim country. Because Egypt is very strict Muslim country, so maybe when he go to Egypt, he could not drinking and meeting women and having fun. When he go to Egypt, he cannot go there to meet women having sex and finding some woman on the street like that, or go to the bars and drinking. It's possible, but it's very difficult. Like it will not be same like when he go to Brazil, because when he go to Brazil, he can easily meet many women, go to the bar, meet some woman, or find some woman on the street or something like that. And also it's more easy to go out and drinking in Brazil like that. And there's also a lot of beaches there and women there. Like in Brazil, I think it was more fun for him. That's why he said that he go to Brazil to learn Egyptian Arabic. Like if you want to go and learn Egyptian Arabic, you can go to Egypt or some other Arabic country or like that, or you can go to Egypt like that. Or you can find some Egyptian in USA to help you with Arabic. You can find some Egyptian in USA to help you with Arabic. Why you go to Brazil? You go to Brazil because you want to go there drinking and meeting women. That's what I will show also on your YouTube channel. You fuck. And he said that he succeeded. He said he succeeded. Did you succeed in learning Egyptian Arabic? I will show your Egyptian Arabic videos, then I'll see if you succeeded to become fluent or high level in Egyptian Arabic.
I succeeded because even though there were no Egyptians around me, I got on Skype and I...
Bullshit. Bullshit. He was in Brazil. He said he was in Brazil and then he talked with some Egyptians on Skype for 1 or 2 hours a day to become fluent in Egyptian or high level in Egyptian. You are full of bullshit. And why did you do it? Why did you do it in Brazil? Why did you do it in Brazil? Why did you not do it in Egypt? You go to Brazil because you want to meet some woman in Brazil. You go stay in Brazil to meet some woman in Brazil, having fun, drinking and party in Brazil. Fucking dirty shithole. And I'm very sure you did not learn any Egyptian. And if you did learn some Egyptian, then maybe just few beginner stuff. You're full of bullshit. Same like all the Polyglot YouTubers. You're all liars and scammers full of shit.
2 hours a day, and I managed to go up towards conversational level. So no, not being able to travel to the country is not a good excuse.
Not being able to travel to the country. Not being able to travel to the country. Not being able to travel to the country. Why are you not able to travel to Egypt? Why you can travel to Brazil but you cannot travel to Egypt? You can travel to Brazil but you cannot travel to Egypt? Really? If you can travel to Brazil, then you can also travel to Egypt. It's not because you're not able to travel to Egypt. It's not because you're not able to travel to the country. It's because you wanted to stay in Brazil. Because you don't want to stay in Egypt. Because in Egypt, you cannot go around and meet many women and having fun. Because it's very strict country. It's very religious. Egypt is very religious, strict Muslim country. You don't want to stay in Egypt because it's very strict Muslim country. You cannot have fun the same way like you can do in Brazil. You wanted to go and stay in Brazil because you can have fun with women there. You go to Brazil to have fun with women there and drinking there and party there. Go to the bars. Fucking shithole.
The next one people might give is they've got bad memory for learning all that vocabulary. And this was certainly what I felt, because when I first tried to learn Spanish, I'd get a big list of words, I'd try to go through them, and I'd forget them very quickly. But research on memory capacity has found that it's better when you revise the
Research on memory capacity. Research on memory capacity. Okay. I have something to say about that.
And this was certainly what I felt, because when I first tried to learn Spanish, I'd get a big list of words, I'd try to go through them, and I'd forget them very quickly. But
Research on memory capacity. Okay, and in this research on memory capacity, did it say that you can become fluent in 7 or 10 or 20 language, and that you can become fluent in a language in 3 months? Those polyglot YouTubers who say they learn 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 or 65 language. I'm very sure there's some memory capacity or some research about memory that say that you cannot become fluent in 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 language, and especially not in few years or few months like that. You're full of bullshit, all of you shitholes.
Research on memory capacity has found that it's better when you revise these words with the right frequency. And there's this technique called spaced repetition, where you learn the word, you revise the word just before you would forget it. And it looks something like this forgetting curve. The red line is what typically happens when you first see a word, but to get it into your head and stuck there permanently, then just review it to make sure it goes, like review it 1 day later, then a week later, and then a month later. And there are apps on your smartphone, and there's free programs you can download that help you time all of this. So that's great, but you can learn the words faster and better if you combine this with an image association technique. So for instance, let's say I wanted to learn that the Spanish word for to fit is caber. Well, what if I imagine then that it's barely possible to fit a bear in a cab? Caber is to fit. So you do this for a lot of words, and it actually gets very easy with time, and you can learn vocabulary. So that's great, but you can learn the words faster and better if you combine this with an image association technique. So for instance, let's say I wanted to learn that the Spanish word for to fit is caber. Well, what if I imagine then that it's barely possible.
So to remember one word, caber, it's easier if he remember a whole sentence. It is barely possible to fit a bear in a cab. How many words? It is barely possible to fit a beer in a cup, he need to remember 11 words. So it's easier to learn one word. To learn one word, he have to remember 11 words. So if he do like this every time he want to learn one word in Spanish or something, every time he want to learn one word, then he need to remember one sentence with 10 or 11 words. So if he want to learn 10 words, then he will need to remember 110 words, or he will need to remember 10 sentences. If every time he want to learn one word, he need to make one sentence or something in English to remember one word in Spanish, then he will need to make like 10 sentences or something to remember 10 words. He will need to remember 100 words or 10 sentences in English to learn 10 words in Spanish or something. That is easier. That sounds very stupid. If every time he want to learn one word, then he need to remember a whole sentence. To remember the one word كبير, then he need to remember this whole sentence. It is barely possible to fit a bear in a cab. Like he need to make a whole story. To remember one word. That is easy way to learn. Easy way to learn. You're full of bullshit. This method is bullshit method. This is very stupid bullshit method. I know some people, they like this kind of method, but it's very bullshit. Maybe some people like this kind of method, but it's very stupid bullshit. Maybe with few words it's okay. But if you're going to do this with every word or many words, then it will take you much longer time, and it will be too difficult and too tiring to make like a whole sentence for every word you want to learn. That's really, really stupid.
Bear in a cab. Bear is to fit. So you do this for a lot of words, and it actually gets very easy with time, and you can learn vocabulary instantly. So no.
That's very stupid way. You stupid shithole. Stupid shithole. But I'm sure you're not learning any language. You're just a scammer. Making some scammer methods and bullshit.
Having a bad memory is not a good excuse. Next, and I think the most important one that people always say is that they're going to frustrate native speakers. And this is just so not true. I've been to many places, I've spoken to many people, and every time I attempt to use their language, they're overjoyed. They're so pleased that I'm even trying. And I just feel like, especially adults, when we learn a language, we're such perfectionists. We want everything to be just right. And perfectionism is a really bad thing in language learning, because a language is a means of communication. It's a way to get to know new people and new cultures. And when you embrace this, it's okay to make mistakes. And I actually have a goal to make at least 200 mistakes a day, because then I know I'm getting somewhere, I'm using the language.
Okay, this is just bullshit, and I think this is the same like the one I just showed. This video is the one I just showed in the long text with from Daily Mail UK, from the Daily Mail UK, the one the news I showed you from the Daily Mail UK. It was the same one like this. It's just bullshit. Let's go back and watch his channel. Let's see what's more on his bullshit channel here. Language hacking course, I just showed that before, and also this best language podcast. I think it was some of the podcasts that I showed on Google when I searched about him. I think there was 2 podcasts there. I don't know if there's more of them. Let's see here what there is. Subscribe to my channel now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you. اشترك في القناة دلوقتي. افتكر اشترك في القناة. أشوفك. السلامة. Husk at abonnere på min kanal nu. Husk at abonnere. Vi ses. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne maintenant. Abonnez-vous. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne.